Big plays today. So with the penalties, that we appreciate how loud they were and aggressive they were. All in all, I thought this was our best game offensively, defensively, and special teams wise. We've got to keep going though. We've got a lot of room to improve. We got to make sure that we keep doing that, and we've got a short turnaround to get that done in. So against a good football team. Pat had a nice day today, 28 for 41 for 260 yards, a touchdown. I thought that was positive. X had his best day with 7 catches for 65. It was good to get Hollywood back in there. All the receivers, I thought, did a nice job, and Kels and Noah. So it was a positive day for all those guys. But it was good to get Hollywood back in the mix of this. And then third downs, and Eggs had a great plan for third downs, 7 for 13, and then the red zone likewise, so 3 for 4 in the red zone. Defensively, you got to start with the D-line and the pressure that they were able to put on the quarterback. I thought they did a fantastic job with that. Then that led to these turnovers with Hicks and McDuff, so which is great. I mean, they're doing well with those. 10 points we were able to capture off of the turnovers, and then Tranquil had a big day with all the tackles, leading the team in tackles. Josh Williams, the big sack there, did a nice job. And then special teams-wise, Nico had some real good returns, and Bucker, was good to get him back in the groove there. He was kicking the ball well. So anyways, with that time is yours. Yeah, just the routes, how he's progressed in that area, just on route running. Sam, and the trust that Pat has in him, and that those kind of go together. So knowing where your guy's going to be and how he's going to get there and how quick he's going to get there. I didn't mention injuries too. The injuries, Jack Cochran has a left ankle fracture, so that's not a good thing. And then Jawan strained his knee, and Chris Jones strained his calf. Other than that, we're okay there. So.
Those things you talked about before the minute ago. When did you become comfortable that you could do all those things in one game to get to that point?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been gradual through it, Adam. I mean, I can't tell you the exact game, but it's been a few games now where he can do all those things, and we feel good about that.
Okay, did you see something from Pat this week that let you know he was going to be able to play a game like this, play well for you guys to win?
Yeah, listen, I didn't think he'd be able to get out and run like that, or would run like that, but he did a great job with all that. So, but yeah, no, he had that mindset right from the get-go, Adam, that he was going to be out there and going, and so he didn't miss a beat. He practiced every rep.
When he takes off running in that first drive like that, and then on the touchdown, Mark skip a beat a little bit. I know he's going to play football when he gets on the field.
Yeah. No, there's no time for that. Once you're in the game, your mind's going, so you're not thinking about all those things. But I'm glad he got up. That's what I was glad of. Yeah.
You knew for a couple of days, of course, that he'd play, but there's still, you obviously play with some pain factor. It's an important statement to the team when a guy in that position goes out.
Yeah, he spoils the dog out of us there because he's so tough and mentally and physically. So you just get used to it. But most guys don't come back from that like he did. But he set his mind to it, and then he jumped in that training room and stayed in there. And they worked on him, and they did a great job with that, our trainers. But most guys don't do that. But you're right. It sends a message to the whole team, and our guys are real good with it. Our leaders are good in that way. They try to play through things like that.
It seems like you guys went high in the running back position. How important was it in the second half?
Yeah, Kareem, I thought he did a nice job that second half. I thought all three of them, did a nice job. 10 had some big runs for us, tough runs. P. Ryan gets in and does a nice job in there. He has a big catch there at the end, which was good. So.
Andy, another question on Xavier. I mean, it does seem like he's getting open a lot. But are there signs that you can specifically see just how much more comfortable he is in his assignment on these specific plays?
Yeah, you can. When they start making the little subtle adjustments on routes and not just running lines, that's when you kind of know that they're headed in the right direction. So, and he's been doing that and still getting to where Pat can use them, which ends up being the most important thing, but and on time. That's the other part of it.
And just on Hollywood, the first few passes him, I think, were pretty clutch situations, fourth and one, and then long
Yeah.
down. You described what it was about him that made those plays go.
Yeah, he had the big fourth down one. The great thing about all those guys is they all want to play. And we just have one ball. So I try to explain that to them. They all want to go make the play. And he's like that. He loves playing. And he knew he was doing well in there and just wanted more. So he was feeling well. I should say not doing well, but feeling well.
Any sense about Chris Jones, whether he could play in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I'm probably too early to tell right now. We'll just see how he does here. But I can't tell you that. I mean, he's going to get the MRIs and all that stuff, so I don't have any of that information.
Coach Reed, with Chris Jones and the injuries for your team and Houston, 3 games in 11 days for most of the teams that are playing today, is that too much?
That's a tough question. I mean, it's I'll let you figure it out there, or you can pay my bill.
Not what they pay.
The line had a big challenge ahead with what they could do defensively. You know, Juwan went out, Wanya came in. How did everything kind of mesh together with the challenge that they had?
Yeah, I thought they did nice. I thought Wanya did a nice job coming in. I thought Joe did a nice job on the other side too, having to step in there, and Kelly Endo, did a nice job there too. So at the guard spot, but Wanya's, he's gone back to the drawing board and worked on it, and is getting better every day. I know I say that, but both those two young guys are going to be okay. They've been working like crazy to get themselves back where they need to be. Okay, good.
Hey there! What a game, right? The Kansas City Chiefs are officially one step closer to clinching that #1 seed in the AFC. With a 27-19 win over the Texans, the team showed why they're a force to be reckoned with. Let me ask you this. Did you expect Patrick Mahomes to play like that after last week's injury? Drop a comment below and let me know. From the very first drive, Mahomes set the tone, running in a touchdown like his ankle was in perfect shape. This win puts the Chiefs in a prime position to lock in home field advantage, depending on how Buffalo fares next. Stick around, because we're diving into Mahomes' epic performance next. Now, let's talk about Patrick Mahomes. What a performance! Despite dealing with a sprained ankle, he came out like a warrior, throwing for 260 yards and a touchdown while also rushing for another score. Honestly, watching him run into the end zone on that opening drive was something special. What did you think of that moment? Was it gutsy or just pure Mahomes magic? Let me know in the comments below. Mahomes didn't just play, he inspired. After the game, he said, "If I'm going to ask my teammates to play through pain, I've got to do it too." That's the kind of leader every team dreams of, right? Coach Andy Reid even joked about how Mahomes spoils us with his toughness. But Mahomes wasn't alone. Xavier Worthy stepped up big time, leading the receiving corps with 65 yards and a touchdown. And let's not forget Kareem Hunt, bulldozing his way into the end zone and adding 55 rushing yards to the mix. What's your take? Was this Mahomes' most inspiring performance of the season so far? Vote in the poll and tell us why. Next, we're diving into the game's dramatic moments, including a heartbreaking injury. If there's one thing about football, it's the emotional highs and lows, and this game had plenty. One of the toughest moments came early in the third quarter when Texans wide receiver Tank Dell went down with a devastating knee injury after making an incredible catch in the end zone. It was heartbreaking to watch, and you could see how much it shook the Texans, especially their quarterback, C.J. Stroud. What's your reaction to moments like these? Does it change how you feel about the game? Let's discuss it in the comments. Dell's injury seemed to take the wind out of Houston's sails. Right after, their kicker missed the extra point, and the momentum shifted firmly to the Chiefs. Meanwhile, Kansas City kept their focus, with first-round pick Xavier Worthy continuing to shine. He played a crucial role in a second-half drive, catching his 8th touchdown of the season and racking up a season high in yards. Football can be brutal, but it's also about perseverance. The Texans showed heart, but the Chiefs proved why they're playoff contenders. Up next, let's break down the Chiefs' defensive stand and those game-changing plays. This game wasn't just about the offense. Kansas City's defense made all the difference when it mattered most. With 5 minutes left and the Texans trailing by 8, they had a chance to mount a comeback. But the Chiefs' defense stepped up big time, forcing a quick 3-and-out. Did you catch that clutch sack by cornerback Josh Williams? A perfectly timed blitz sealed the Texans' fate and put the game on ice. Plays like that show why this defense is built for big moments. What's your favorite defensive play from the Chiefs this season? Share it in the comments. It wasn't just about individual plays, though. The Chiefs' ability to capitalize on turnovers, like C.J. Stroud's 2 interceptions, kept the Texans from building any real momentum. Every mistake by Houston turned into an opportunity for Kansas City, and that's what great teams do. Texans coach DeMeco Ryans said it best: this game had a playoff atmosphere. And if this was a test, the Chiefs passed with flying colors. Up next, we'll wrap things up with a look ahead and some off-field highlights you don't want to miss. What a game, and what a week for the Chiefs. But before we dive into what's next, let's talk about a fun moment off the field. Taylor Swift was in the house. Did you catch her in the stands? She's been spending more time in Kansas City, and it's great to see her supporting Travis Kelce and the team. Now, back to football. The Chiefs are gearing up for a Christmas Day showdown against the Steelers. With the number 1 seed in their sights, every game counts. What are your predictions for the next matchup? Drop them in the comments or vote in the poll. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Total Chiefs content.